everybody, local Lego man here, and whew, is it just me or is it getting a little bit hot in here? Maybe that's because we're taking a look at the most heated of the Lego Mario sets within this brand new wave. Specifically, I'm talking about set 71423, containing 1,321 pieces and retailing for $110, the Dry Bowser's Castle Battle Expansion set. Now you might be wondering, where's the box? Well, I actually ended up getting this set on my trip to New York City at the Lego store in New York, so I don't have the box with me since it was a big box and I couldn't really travel with it, but nonetheless, this is a really good set with a surprisingly super good price to piece value, so without further ado, let's check it out.
Alrighty, now this set looks amazing, but before we get into the mechanics and build, we first need to take a look at the characters, starting off with the spooky fellow himself, that being the Bone Goomba. And I've been a fan of the Bone Goomba since the design was initially released within the second wave of Lego Mario sets, but interestingly enough, this design with the stepping feet was actually introduced within the Luigi starter course of Wave 3, and when Lego Mario jumps on the Bone Goomba, it takes one hit and he gets one coin. Next up, we have the molten bad guy with the hottest bite, that being the Magmar. And the Magmar's design is just impeccable, and I'm sure that you can all see that it's also attached to a mechanic within the stage, similar to how we've seen the Piranha Plants in prior sets, but I have to say that the design is awesome. But interestingly enough, the Magmar doesn't actually have a code to be defeated and instead guards this brick piece, which allows Mario to get a coin every time he steps on it, and the idea is that he has to jump on the brick without being hit by the Magmar. After that, we have the one NPC character of this set, that being the Purple Toad. And I'm sure you all know that I'm a huge fan of the Toad's design, and it's actually interesting since this character is a weird blend, since the Purple Toad was initially introduced within the Series 5 character packs, but interestingly enough, the face print originated within the Cat Peach in Frozen Tower set of Wave 5, and since this character is an NPC, the code is not located on the character, but instead in front of them, and when Lego Mario scans that code, he initially releases the Purple Toad from the cage and gets some coins, and then after that, it functions as a basic NPC code with Mario saying hi and getting some coins. And there is another function with that, but that'll be in the mechanics. Next up, we have another bone-chillingly bad guy, that being the Bone Piranha Plant. And I personally think the design is absolutely phenomenal, sticking with the same head design as the regular Piranha Plants, with this bony coloring, as well as using these awesome brand new leaf pieces, which were initially introduced within the Lord of the Rings Rivendell set that came out this year. But interestingly enough, even though this is an enemy, the code is not located on the Bone Piranha Plant, and it is instead located under them, and when Lego Mario scans that code, it takes one hit and he gets a bunch of coins. And last but most certainly not least, the main villain who I'm sure all of you will be picking this set up for, that being Dry Bowser. It only took 7 waves for us to finally get a variation of Bowser, but I have to say that it was totally worth the wait, since I personally think the Dry Bowser design is stupendously perfect, with lots of shaping to convey the boniness of the character, and everything about this figure is put simply perfect. And when Lego Mario jumps on Dry Bowser, it takes 10 hits and he gets a bunch of coins. Alrighty, now that we've taken a look at all of the characters included within this set, it's time to take a look at the mechanics, and we start off on the left of the stage where we have to stand on this black panel, and by placing Lego Mario on that panel and pulling forward, Lego Mario reveals some hidden stairs which allows him to enter Dry Bowser's castle. After entering the castle, you can jump on this little orange bit which will send the Bone Piranha Plant flying and allow you to defeat the enemy. After that, we have some weights which can be used by both Mario and Dry Bowser, and putting Mario on the weights, he is able to do as many reps as he would like, as well as making some little grunting sounds and lifting sounds, and when you hop off of the weights, you get some coins. And then we also have this punching bag, which like the weights can also be used by the Dry Bowser and Mario by simply adjusting this Technic piece, which will bring it closer or farther away, and when you put Lego Mario on the code and move him back and forth, it allows him to punch the punching bag while making some very comedic punching sound effects, which is super hilarious and very fun. And then we have the crane, which Mario can operate accelerate in order to lower the Purple Toad's cage and ultimately set him free, and operating the crane just makes some simple machine sound effects. And this is when we're coming to the extra mechanic that I mentioned with the Purple Toad, where if you actually scan this code after releasing the Purple Toad and leave one of the interactive figures here, they will actually get locked up, which means they will be unable to scan any of the codes until they scan the cage code again, which is a really cool mechanic that I think we've only seen it within the King Boo's Haunted House set, but it's super cool to see its inclusion here. And then we have this little orange bit which will send the Bone Goomba flying. And now onto the main mechanic of the set, which I think is super fun since it has this theme of being stealthy, which is something that I don't think we've gotten before in the sets. You see, you trigger the mechanic by first jumping on this CMF character stand, and when you pull Lego Mario, not only does it release the jaw of the giant Bowser build in the front, but it also turns Bowser around, which means you have to quickly evade his eyesight. Moving back to the front of the build, now that the jaw has been dropped, we can collect the hidden key piece, which will in turn allow us to unlock the chest piece, which is this really detailed piece with printing on all four sides, which I think is awesome. But in order to access that, we first have to put Mario on this plate and pull forward, which reveals Dry Bowser's hideout. And this has an amazing little display for Peach's castle and Bowser's airship, as well as this blueprint of Peach's castle and this little detailed info sheet about a Bomb-Omb on the left. And interestingly enough, on the right, there is a recreation of the World 1 overworld map from Super Mario Bros. 3, which is just an awesome little extra reference. And I will also mention that this is a chest piece, kind of similar to the gift boxes, where there's actually a gem inside of the brick. And unlocking the chest allows Mario to get a bunch of coins, and that's pretty much it. So if I had to rate this set, what would I rate it?
And if I had to rate this set, I would 100% rate it a 5 out of 5. I think that price-wise, it's one of the best deals that we've gotten from any Lego Mario set. I think that enemy-wise, it is a perfect ratio of enemies to actual build, and the mechanics and displayability of this set is literally perfect, and I honestly would put it within my top 3 favorite Lego Mario sets, with it possibly being first, depending on how the next few waves are. So yeah, I really hope you all enjoyed this Lego Mario review, and make sure to subscribe since we have a lot more Lego content coming quite soon. Bye!